Guys, today we'll be talking about find commands, how to find files and directories with the help of find commands. We need to log in to our Azure machine. Now we log into Azure machine. Now first we need to find out a file relaunch360.txt in current directory. So let's find out how we can do that. So first, to find out the file, we should have that file. So as of now there is no file. Let's create one file. Now that file is created. So let's try to find out the file which exists in our current directory. So find, and then we need to give the path, and then we need to give -name option, and after that the name of the file. And if we try to find out, we need to press enter, and we found that. Okay. Now let's say there is one more file is there, and that the first letter for that file is in caps. So let's create one more file. Now we have two files. One is with lowercase, starting with the lowercase, another file is starting with the uppercase. So both the files having same name, but the only difference is one is starting with lowercase, another is starting with uppercase. If we don't know our file name whether it starts with the lowercase or uppercase, we need to give one command for that. So this is the command find dot, and one option we need to add to here, -i name relaunch360.txt. So it will show you both the files. Now third option, we need to find out the directories naming relaunch. So as of now there is no directory is there with the name relaunch. Let's create that directory first. Now that directory is created. See here. So let's try to find out directory. So find under current directory, then type D. So which type of file or directory we're trying to find out, we need to give type D. That means we need to find out a directory with the name relaunch360. Since this is a directory, extension will not be there. So we'll remove the extension. So this is our keyword to search directory. So let's end. Since the directory is already created, now we need to give option. So one option you need to give as a name, but another option is you need to, by default it will pick up as a name. If you're trying to find out some string, so by default it will try to find out the files. But if you give additional parameter like type minus d, so it will try to find out directories. Okay, see, we are able to find out directory in the current directory. So what is the name of that directory which we were trying to find out? Relaunch 360. So we found here, right? Next option is we need to find a file with extension PHP. Okay. So as of now there is no file with us with extension PHP. Let's go and create. Now that file is created, let's try to find out. And for that we need to pass as a parameter type f and named relaunch 360.php in the current directory. Now if we enter, we should be able to find out since this file is present. See, this file appeared here. That means the file is present in the current directory. So another option is if we need to find out any file whose extension is PHP. So we can give that parameter like this. Now we should be able to find out. And you see here, we're able to find out a file starting extension with PHP starting with anything, right? Now the next step is we need to find out the files with certain permissions. Let's go by one by one. First of all, let's try to find out files with 777 permissions. Let me create a file. Let's say we have relaunch txt file is there. Let's see what are the permissions are there. So for that, read write permissions are there, right? So let's change the permission. Let's find out. Let's try when there is no file with 777 permissions to find out that file. Find under current directory, then type file, the permissions. Okay. So there is no file in that with those permissions. Now let's change the permissions. Now let's try to find out a file with given permissions. Now see, we're able to see. So there is a file with 777 permissions. Let's explore another option. Now we need to find out the files which are not having 777 permissions. Let's try to find out that. So we need to give here not option, exclamation sign. See, we found rest of the files which are not having 777 permissions in the current directory. Now let's try another option. We need to find out read-only files. See, these are the files we found. So we can see here. So these are the files have permissions. Let's take an example, relaunch 360 txt. So that has read permissions. Right? Let's try another option. Let's try to find out the executable files. See, so it's showing the file which are having executable permissions. Let's try another option. Let's try to find out to change the permissions of 777 file. The file having 777 permissions, we need, let's say we want to change it to 644. Okay, so for that we need to see. Now if we see the permissions for this file, these are changed. To 644. 6 means read, 4 is for read, and 2 is for W, write. So 6 for the user. For group we have given 4, so 4 is for write, sorry, read, and again for the others we have given read 4. So permissions are changed. This is how you can change the permissions. Let's go to the other option. If we need to remove some file, before that let me change the permissions of one file. Now let's try to remove this file. With the 777 permissions. So as of now we have 777 permissions for we are given to relaunch txt. So if you execute this command, we should be able to remove this file. Now we can see there is no file in the name of relaunch 360 with the lowercase. Relaunch 360.txt. That's not there. Okay. Let's go to the another option. Let's try to find out empty files. Now we have so many empty files which were created for our purpose currently. Let's go and try to find out empty directory. You simply change one option here and we're able to find out the empty directories. This was all about permissions, how to find out files with certain permissions and manipulate those files.